Okay, welcome back. So we have a Visual Studio Code, and I'm going to open up a folder. And what I did is I copied my Alien project to to a new folder. I just put Part 3 on it, and I'll go to it. And I called it Part 3. No big deal. The higher level doesn't matter as long as you don't use it in a path. And so everything is relative to this game start here. So there's my alien invasion, and I'm going to go into settings. Here, our settings class. Okay. Now, what do we do here? We set the width. We set some stuff for the screen. We set some stuff for the ship. And so now we're going to add some settings for the bullet that we don't have. So bullet, bullet settings. Okay. First, the speed. So the bullet speed. So self dot bullet underscore speed. And we'll set it to a floating point 1.0. Okay. And then we'll set the width and height. So self dot bullet width, width, we'll set it at 3 for now. And self dot bullet singular dot height, height, we'll set that at 15 for now. Okay, and then we'll set the color. SCL self dot bullet et underscore color, and we'll set it to a tuple of just some a boring black color. Okay, all right, so it makes sense. Now we're going to set one more setting that we're talking about, a bullet, but we're going to set a bullets group. So down here, and we'll come back to this, but self dot, and then this is plural, so it's a group. BULLET BETS bullets plural underscore allowed, ALLOWED. We'll set that to 3 for now. Okay? So notice that these are singular, okay, because it's one particular bullet instance. And while this one is plural, which will mean the group, this is going to act upon the group. So this is our settings. We set up some bullet settings. And now we're going to create a bullet module. All right, so I'm just going to click on the Explorer, and then right here I'm going to hit the plus, and I'm going to put in a name, bullet.py. So that is a bullet module. All right. All right, so the first thing is get the game. So I import Pygame, okay? And then we're going to import, well, from Pygame.sprite. Okay, from there we're going to import a sprite class. Okay, so this starts us off, and now we can create a bullet class, which will be a child class. So class, capital bullet, it will be a child class of sprite. Okay, and the colon. And what does it do? This is a class to manage, manage AGE, bullets fired from the ship. Okay? Fried. All right, so here. Fired from the ship. Okay. PEP8 tells me to skip 2 spaces, but I don't. So now let's initialize this particular bullet. So I go DEF space underscore underscore INIT underscore underscore of what? Its own self, its own bullet, the particular bullet. And we also pass this, we get this as a parameter, the game instance, AI underscore game. Okay? And the colon. Now this just will initialize anything. So this will do quite a bit. And go ahead, let me just mention this because we're going to create a bullet, um, and it's a bullet object at the ship. Current at the ship's position, Position, wherever that ship may be, because we can move that ship around. Now, this next line is a little syntactically off, and it has to go in right. I did this I did this before and didn't get it right and didn't find out about it. So we have to initialize the parent class. All right, so super, super, and then the environment dot, and then the initialize function in there, init underscore underscore, its environment. Okay, so we just have to put that line in for line 8. Now we can create and we can grab some settings of our own. So we can get the screen, self.screen, and where do we get it? We get it from the game, AI game, game.screen. Okay, so we get the screen surface. Then let's get the settings. So self.settings. Okay. Same place, AI game dot settings. Okay. Then let's get the bullet color from the settings now that we have it. Self.color. And we'll get the settings. Well, self.settings, we pull out that value, bullet color. Okay. COLOR. All right, so that initializes it. We got some settings here, some parameters. So let's create a bullet. Okay, so let's create CREATE as a comment, a bullet at a bullet rect, RECT, at 0, 0, 0. That position, okay. And then adjust. We're going to adjust its location right after we create it. Now, we've seen this. Let me drop this down. We've seen this before in the PowerPoint. So we go self.rect, which is the surface of the bullet that gets changed dynamically. capital R-E-C-T. Use that class, and we go where? At 0, 0. And how wide and how high? Well, it's self.settings.bullet width, BULLET underscore width, DTH, and self.settings.bullet ET, its height, HEIGHT. Let's see, what are Pygame? Oh, I forgot an equals here. Sorry. So, okay. So we're going to create a new surface at the width and the height and locate it here. Now, once I create it, okay, I need to position it behind the ship. So I'm going to assign its rect, RECT coordinates, RECT, mid-top, which is just a parameter of its rect, TOP. We're going to assign that to the instance of the game, AI underscore game, and the instance of the ship, SHIP, and its rect and its mid-top, MID top position. So that sets it up, SELF, that sets up the position of the surface of the bullet. Now, before we, now that we have the actual position that gets drawn, we're going to store it. We're going to store it in a floating point. Store the bullet's position as a decimal value. And all we do there is we say self.y, which is internal, almost a private variable, but not directly. We take the floating point, float, of what? Well, self dot rect, R-E-C-T, for that particular bullet, the y position. Just the y position, because that's an integer value. And it's going to keep the same value. It's just going to be a floating point. Okay, so we've done a lot here, and one of the things I got to do is make sure I run this, and you shouldn't get any errors because we're not doing anything really. We haven't changed much. Let me go back to Alien Invasion. I don't think we've even touched this. No, we haven't even touched this. So let me run it, make sure. Yeah, I'm going to go left and right and hit the space bar. Nothing happens. So it's good. All right, and then I'll close that instance. Okay, I'll see you in the next video.